Yeah, okay. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here this morning on National Truth and Reconciliation Day, Orange Shirt Day. It's nice to see everyone here in their orange shirts, and we really appreciate you taking the time to be here with us this morning on what's going to be a really important day in the history of our community. So I guess just a bit of background. I went to see Brent's exhibit at the Southampton Art Gallery, several months ago now, earlier this year.
In July.
In July. And I was really struck by it, I have to say. You know, it's Brent's work is, it's painful. It's painful work. It's hard work to look at it, and that's the point. It reminds us of the emotional impact of what happened at residential schools in our country. And so going there and the conversation that was happening around that time in our country about residential schools and children's graves, unmarked graves at those residential schools, we realized, our council realized, that we needed to do something to ensure that that story didn't just disappear again, didn't become a transient story. We had to create a monument to ensure that that reality, that truth, was always in front of us. Because as decision makers in our community, we're obligated, I think, to remember what can happen when, as citizens, we look away from terrible things that are happening right in front of us. We have to remember that our institutions, our national government, our churches, any government, or us as individuals are capable of doing things that can do tremendous damage to people right in our neighborhood, our neighbors. And we have to remember that our obligation is to point those things out when they're happening and call attention to them and make sure they stop and make sure that things like that never happen again. So this painting that's here today is going to be a stark reminder of that. A monument that it is difficult to look at, but important not to look away from. So we have some guests with us here today. We obviously have Brent here, who I'm going to give a chance to speak to in a moment, but I want to invite maybe Dorn Ritchie. Would you like to say any words at this point, Dorn? We're very grateful to have Dorn here from the Saugeen First Nation to join us here today, and I'd appreciate it if he would say a couple words here.
I want to thank everybody for attending this very important day today. As you can see, I have my daughter. This is a very important day, and a lot of emotions are coming out today because of the deep and dark past of Canada and First Nations people. But in the spirit of reconciliation, this is a very important day for all of us to remember the terrible legacy, but also to move forward collectively as brothers and sisters. And I want to thank everybody for attending today, and I want to thank Mayor Charbonneau for allowing us to participate in today. And I want to thank our community member for his tremendous work. I'm very excited and very honored to be here, so thank you very much.
Thanks for that. Yeah, maybe we'll turn it over to Brent. Do you want to say a few words before we unveil the piece?
Let's take a look at the painting.
We'll take a look at it first?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Let's do it. Dorn, would you join us up here? Is the chief here? All right, we'll wait 1 minute. Chief Hannaford's just coming in, and we'll... Hey, Chief. Come on in here. We're going to put you right on the spot.
Right on the spot, huh? Good timing.
Maybe.
Good timing.
Do you have a few words for us that you could share?
Oh, well, it's definitely a positive outlook for the communities of Saugeen and surrounding communities when we have us join together like this to recognize the Truth and Reconciliation Day, September 30th. The first day of its kind for Canada, and at least we'll open the door to a dialogue with some of the issues that have gone on and address some of them in a collective and communal manner. With that, I say Chimigwech for everyone and your support and your recognition and being here today. It means a lot to the First Nations community as we move forward to truth and reconciliation. With that, I say Chimigwech.
Thanks, Chief. Would you join us in unveiling the...
Sure.
I hear really that. Why don't you two guys unveil it? You want to each grab one side of it here? Right now, there's a couple of pins at the top, so if you just give it a gentle pull, hopefully they'll come out.
Okay. Wow.